Hi, I'm Chad from Ultimate Automotive. For over 19 years, we've been building relationships on a foundation of stability and trust. Looking out for our customers because you are our family. Upfront pricing and great service. That's what you can expect from us with convenient east and west side locations.
I think Dr. King says it best, that protest is the language of the unheard.
Demonstrators protest the death of George Floyd in the streets of Sioux Falls this morning. How organizers hope this peaceful gathering can promote racial justice. Plus, Sioux Falls players will return to the empty city soccer field starting today. How the rules of the game have changed since the pandemic. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. First, let's check in with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We're off to a quiet start to this final day of May, and we should stay mainly dry as well, though it isn't looking all that great out there with cloud cover very much in place in Sioux Falls. 63 this morning with an east wind at 9 miles per hour, but we'll try and get a little bit of sunshine in place as we head later into the afternoon. 59 in Yankton as well as Spencer, 60 Winter and Valentine, 58 at the Capitol, 62 in Aberdeen, 56 Rapid City, and you get the picture. It's a milder start to the day. And we'll have a little bit of a warm-up in place later on this afternoon. Winds are generally out of the east by southeast, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. But that wind is going to pick up a little bit more as we head later into the day. You can see that cloud cover over eastern parts of KELOLAND on satellite and radar, and even a few bits of it out toward the west. But we do stay mainly dry through the morning and early afternoon. Toward the evening, however, we have to focus our attention out west. We'll talk about that and more coming up in my full extended forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, it was another night of violence and unrest across the country as protesters demonstrated against the death of George Floyd while in police custody. Fiery protests raged from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. and New York City. Angry scenes played out in American cities for another night, with demonstrators setting fire to police vehicles and marching through the streets. Chaos erupted in cities like Baltimore, Reno, and Pittsburgh, and some people took advantage, breaking into stores and looting businesses. Minneapolis, where it all began, was among more than a dozen cities imposing curfews to try to get the situation under control. But Minnesota officials say crowds were actually smaller Saturday than the night before. People in Sioux Falls gathered to show solidarity with George Floyd in a peaceful protest Saturday. People lined the streets at the corner of Minnesota and 41st, holding signs with various messages showing support for the Black Lives Matter movement and calling for an end to police brutality. Organizers of the event say they wanted to bring awareness to Sioux Falls.
A lot of this is happening really close to home, and it can happen anywhere. We just need to make people aware that this is not okay, and lives are on the line every day.
Another protest in Sioux Falls is planned for this evening. The number of COVID-19 cases in South Dakota will likely top 5,000 this week. The state health department reported Saturday 94 new positive tests, increasing the total to 4,960. The number of active cases stands at 1,093. The health department confirmed 3 new deaths, 2 women in Beadle County and a woman in Pennington County. That brings the total number of deaths to 62. Well, social distancing won't prevent kids in KELOLAND from learning new computer skills this summer. SIOUX is a program out of Dakota State University that gets girls involved in cybersecurity and technology. Starting this week, it will be offering a new virtual program called Cyber Conversations, where students can hear from professionals in the cyber field.
Since we can't do face-to-face camps this year, we're going to try to still get them face-to-face with people, at least virtually.
The program is free and starts on Thursday. Students from 9 states and 2 countries have already signed up. Organized sports are returning to Sioux Falls City Parks starting today. Each league must submit a COVID-19 plan to the Parks and Recreation Department for approval before play can begin for the summer.
You know, usually what we've been seeing is 7 to 10 days. The groups will put their plans together. The nice thing about it is a lot of these sports associations are affiliated with national associations that provide some guidance regarding playing during the pandemic.
The Sioux Falls Adult Soccer League will be the first league to return as they kick off their season today. Adam?
It should be a decent day for some soccer later on this morning and afternoon as we stay dry through the morning and into the afternoon, especially the further east you go. West, well, we start off well enough, but then things start to unravel later in the evening, where we do have a marginal risk for severe weather for the western quarter of South Dakota. And even now, this is a new update that came in over the last couple of minutes, a slight risk for severe weather up toward Harding County in the Buffalo area. And again, gusty winds and hail are the primary concerns for any storm that does pop up later on this evening. So here we go through FUTURECAST. You can see by 5, 6, and 7 p.m. we have that line of scattered showers and thunderstorms rolling eastward, and that's going to be where we keep an eye on things and when we do that, for that matter. By the time we head overnight, this line kind of loses its cohesion as it jumps over the river and heads eastward, and then that's really going to be it for much of the day on Monday, with one exception. Again, we have a small risk for a few isolated strong to severe thunderstorms in the westernmost parts of South Dakota, with a more organized risk coming around Tuesday afternoon and evening as a cold front gets its act together and then moves south and east. A marginal risk on Tuesday is in place for just about the entirety of South Dakota, with a slight risk in place for east central and southeastern KELOLAND, with large hail and gusty winds being the primary concerns yet again. All along the way, it is going to feel like midsummer out there, as above average temperatures and a couple of days in the 90s stick around through really the entirety of the work week and even into the weekend, for that matter. So these first couple of days of June are going to more resemble the middle of July. The last day of May, however, well, it's seasonably warm. Upper 70s to the east, low to mid 80s out west, with mainly dry conditions, especially after midnight. Again, we could see a few of those thunderstorms in western KELOLAND, with lows in the 60s. Low 90s for eastern and central KELOLAND, mid 80s out west, with a few more days at least in the mid to upper 80s, if not low 90s, Tuesday going into the weekend. But you notice we do also have a few chances for some showers and thunderstorms along the way. No bona fide washouts, though, but if you have any outdoor plans, you will want to keep an eye on things.
Well, thank you for joining us for KELOLAND on the Go. You can get up-to-the-minute developments right here on KELOLAND.com. Have a great day.